And welcome back. Save Our Streets, better known as S.O.S, is a community-based effort to end gun violence in the community by changing local norms. Now, S.O.S aims to make individuals make behavioral changes by providing them with services and links to meaningful education and employment opportunities. Here now to tell us more about S.O.S community engagement, our coordinator, Carlos Torres, program manager, James Reddick, and hospital responder coordinator and community engagement, Marisol Rivera. And thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you
and
for
good
having
to have
us.
you.
Thank you.
Morning. Thank you.
Good. You guys do some great work. Really
definitely.
boots
Thank
on
you.
the ground with this gun violence issue that really continues to plague our community. But for people who don't know about S.O.S, share with us a little bit about it.
S.O.S is a community-based organization, and we really target youth 16 to 24. We try to help them make better decisions so they can make better, have better chances in life, and not just because you made a mistake that got to follow you for the rest of your life. So the model came from Chicago, and when it came to New York, we added some wraparound services, because you can't tell a young person to put the gun down and don't offer them nothing in return.
Right.
So that's when you offer, go back to school, GED, resources. Even if you just need to talk, you can come to the office, because we help everybody.
And much of the work that you guys do is really proactive rather than being reactive.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. The goal is to prevent. Curing it means that somebody made a mistake already. So the goal is to grab the young people and catch their attention with our services before they do anything. Even if they have a thought to do something, we help them with, just give us a call. Just talk. We have an ear. The office is open. We're a safe haven. Come, sit down and talk to us. Let us know what you're going through so that we can put a plan together to better put you in a position to be great.
I know Marisol talked a little bit about that you guys based your model out of what you saw in Chicago. What was it that you saw in Chicago that you said you wanted to mirror? And I know you said you added some stuff on as well.
Yeah, that's correct. Just to piggyback off what Marisol was saying, providing wraparound services, working with young women and men of color between the ages of 16 and 24 who have been impacted by violence directly or indirectly, whether if it's having a bingo for our seniors, a Queens Makers program, King Makers program, karaoke, a talent show, just letting the folks know in South Bronx and Morrisania that we exist, we're here for you, and just making an impact in the community.
Right. And so when you get these young people together, obviously the conversation is intense. What are some of the things that we should be paying attention to as a community that maybe we're not paying attention to?
That's a good question.
Well, I think that the lens for our young people in our communities is traumatized. Our young people are traumatized, our community members are traumatized, and that's the lens that we should look at it, right? If we don't, then we're gonna miss something, a key step in dealing with how our young people heal. So when we talk about wraparound services and events and activities that we have in the community, those are all pieces that add up to a violent act probably can happen. So when we have our super sandwich and we feed over 348 people in a day, or we have a talent show where our young people now can let loose their artistic skills, or we have a bingo where we now have the seniors come out of their houses and come to the office to win prizes, those things bring the temperature down. Just the same time that we have our toy giveaway during the Christmas time and just our different events, we aim it towards what's happening in the community so that we can bring down the tension and the pressure. So
How would you assess how things are going for you in terms of, sometimes you can't, and I tell people all the time when it comes to gun violence, you really can't, because if you're intervening on somebody's behalf, those are statistics that can't necessarily be documented, right? But there is a sense of how things are going with the effort as well as the temperature.
Well, I would say statistics shows and prove that before we got there, the violence is definitely down 40%. And the target areas that we canvass and we walk and we help. I kind of look at it as disease. Violence is a disease, and we're the antidote coming to try to fix it and trying to heal. So that's my little lingo that I use, that I feel like our young people, like James said, they're just traumatized and they need help. They need a direction. They lack love. They lack resources. It's hard out there. So that's where we come in and let you know we here for you. You can mirror us and see that we doing it better. We made mistakes. Some of us made mistakes, but we still here to prove to the world that everybody deserves a second chance. And just because you made a a decision at a young age doesn't determine the rest of your life.
Right. You got a parent out there watching, maybe have a young person out there watching, saying, listen, you know what, this sounds like someone I want to get connected to. What do they do? How do they get connected?
Come to the office, 601 East 163rd Street. Our telephone number is 646-448-9131. We welcome anybody to come. We don't turn nobody away.
That's the goal.
Are you seeing a trend as far as what you see coming through the door now more than ever before? Are there any trends that we should be also watching and seeing?
Well, I think our young people are in need. You know, they're if you take a look at young people throughout the history, they're the most abused group of people, right? Old people abuse young people. Young people use young adults abuse young people. The system abuses young people. So when you think about that, you say young people need everything under the sun. And as we're going throughout the year, we're seeing that young people come in with a need for different things, and that need is passionate, and that need is what needs to be met with intent. So if we meet this passionate need with intent, we'll be able to make strategic changes throughout their lives by changing their community norms.
You have the slogan, stop shooting, start living. What does that mean for you?
Oh,
Put
man.
the guns down.
Put the
Put the
guns down.
guns down. There's
Yeah.
kids
Live
in the
your life.
playground, you know. And so
Yeah.
Save Our Streets at S.O.S. We have a call when we say S.O.S. Everybody else says Save Our Streets. So if we said S.O.S.
Save our streets.
everybody would say Save Our Streets. So and that's a call to action where the community knows that once we're here and we're doing activities in this community, this is a safe haven. We are where people can come to feel good, feel safe, feel encouraged to better their lives.
What's the community reaction? Because sometimes when organizations hit the streets and they really got boots on the ground, there's some mixed reaction as to being receptive. But of course, with a statistic of 40% catchment and doing that, things are different.
Yeah, the community, you know, they're very thankful and grateful that we do exist and that we're helping bring change into the community. You know, whether if it's a coat drive, a tour drive, or just providing the space for young people to come in and to be themselves. You know, too many times society labels individuals as perpetrators and defendants and not realizing that at times that person was a victim at one point. And we're trying to let you know and let everybody else know that we can change that.
Right, definitely.
Well, certainly, we want to thank you guys for coming and being with us and
Thank you.
doing some
Thank
great
you
work.
for
We'll
having us.
continue. No, bring it back, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll get some young people to come
Thank
back
you.
and talk. Thank you so much. Good to have you. Carlos,
you.
I'm not going to fall out my seat. All right, good. For more information on S.O.S., do me a favor. Visit their website at courtinnovation.org. Click the Save Our Streets S.O.S. under the program menu. You can also check them out on Instagram at Save Our Streets Bronx. We are taking a quick break, but coming up, we're going to discuss how one program is helping low-income New Yorkers. You don't want to miss that when we return.